My comment is to the sisters and brothers. Both of y'all very young, so I won't attribute this to neither one of you, but I will say this. I noticed something, and I've been advocating for children legally for at least 4 decades. Whoever trained y'all improperly. Because one of the things y'all did, y'all made a classic mistake. Y'all never referred to them as children. And that's who y'all talking about. Y'all talking about children. Y'all kept saying youth. Y'all kept saying young person. Whoever trained y'all not to acknowledge the fact that they are children.
Well, let's be respectful.
I'm being respectful.
We have different ways that we refer to things without being disrespectful. So just wanted to lay that out there.
No, I'm just simply trying to tell them that, the person who trained you may have not known they trained you incorrectly, but they trained you incorrectly. And now, like when you speak to us in the community, you never acknowledge that we're talking about children. A very wise woman once told me most of our problems started when we started not identifying our children as children. And that's number one. We should start with that. Because if you don't, what you'll be talking about, one of the council members did a thing on, he talked about bureaucracies. And bureaucracies, in part, when they're created, they help create the problem, they protect the problem, they maintain the problem, and they apologize for the problem. And so we don't want to get caught up in perpetuating another bureaucracy. We want to solve the problem. If we're talking about the issue is our children, the operative word that the council member used was what they are accused of. And that's what we're dealing with, accusations. And so oftentimes the people who set things up long before y'all was born, set it up because they don't acknowledge our children as children. And they create all those euphemisms so that they can do ungodly things to our children in the name of what's law, what's legal. So I just want y'all to be cognizant of that, and I'm going to be working with y'all. So I definitely need both of your cards before y'all leave.
Sure. I just want to, if I could respond just for a second.
Oh, for sure.
The reason why we use the term youth is because it's able to identify young people as young as 11, but also as old as 26. Because the issue with the word children is that for a lot of people, it stops at the age of 18. So when we say youth, we're actually able to stretch and expand the full gamut of young people we're talking about. So they don't stop being young or children or youth when they turn 18, right? Because we know that the neuroscience say their brain hasn't finished developing until they're 25 and 26. So the reason why youth is used is because you're able to have a larger age range of the young people who you believe should be treated as separate from adults based on everything that you're saying, right? To fight against adultification and the way that we adultify and criminalize our young people. So that's the reason why that term is being used by scholars and researchers, because it's actually more trauma-informed and more caring, because they don't stop being children or youth at 18, because their brains still are very underdeveloped at that time. So that's why that has been adopted as the preferred terminology.
The twofold answer would be children and youth. That way you can acknowledge the fact that many of them, if they just use the age of 18 as the cutoff date, and as you pointed out, the brain science says they're not adults until like 25 or 26 years old. But it still needs to be acknowledging that we, in many instances, we're dealing with children, because that triggers international rights of a child. And then we start talking about the United Nations and other nations supporting what it is we're trying to do to support these children.
Fair enough. I will space that. I think there is a lot of validity in what you said. But I think there can be room for